On the phone with us is Holly Simone. She's Department of Workforce Services. Also, Ty is with Workforce Services as well. Thank you both for coming on the program this morning. Appreciate your time.
Good morning, and thank you. Glad to be here.
Holly, I'd like to start with you if I could. Let's take a look at the impact this has on the state of Wyoming, because we've covered tourism this morning, energy sector, just small businesses in general, restaurants and retail stores. Do you have an idea of what sector of the economy here in Wyoming has been hardest hit?
First, I'd really like to thank Senator Envy and Barrasso and Representative Cheney for getting those CARES Act passed. And that really kind of helped us move forward with rolling out some support and assistance to our Wyoming citizens. And when we look at what sectors seem to have been had the most impact, we do see that leisure and hospitality, and also our energy sector, and some in our healthcare sector as well. Leisure and hospitality mainly because a lot of the restaurants and businesses and gyms and things like that, of course, have closed. And so we've noticed that with that sector, but also the healthcare sector has slowed a little bit due to people not opting for those elective surgeries and having those other procedures done. So we've noticed that. And then, of course, the energy sector, just in general as well, has been impacted. We're very hopeful. We know that Wyoming citizens are resilient, and we're working closely with our governor and our legislators and the management council to really listen and understand what's going on with our economy, and working with other agencies to help our citizens and move forward with that.
Now, everybody's heard about the federal stimulus checks that are being direct deposited or mailed out. Other than that, what resources are available here, particularly in Wyoming, for people who are out of work or have had their hours or pay cut back?
Yeah, great question. We've got one program in our new federal unemployment package that just launched today. So we've got 3 new federal UI programs that are rolling out. And the one that launched today is the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. And that really focuses on the self-employed, the gig workers, and those people have been waiting for this program, and it is retroactive. So that just rolled out this morning. Our UI staff has really been kind of working night and day, and these are your friends and neighbors in Casper, and they've been working tirelessly to complete those programs and get that reprogramming of our UI system. And they've kind of done about a year's worth of work in the past month, and we've pushed out so far about $42 million into Wyoming to help our citizens with those federal UI programs. If people are out of work and looking to get back into work, of course, we encourage them to visit our website, Wyoming At Work. There are still companies that are hiring, particularly grocery stores. There is some home telework for UI call centers. There's just a couple different sectors that are really looking for employees. You can also come into any of our workforce centers in your communities, and they can help you look for jobs. They can help you file for that unemployment, and they can also direct you to any community resources that we have and give you referrals for other programs that can help with things like food and rent and bus tokens and things like that.
Now, when it comes to the state system for administrating unemployment insurance and offering some of this aid to people who have found themselves out of work, obviously the federal assistance, I think, has gone a long way, but is this putting a strain on our system here in the state?
We have, as far as our computer system goes, lucky for us, we modernized that system a few years ago, and so our YUI system, where you can apply online, is really doing well with the volume, and we're able to really get that assistance out. And our trust fund is healthy, and so we have been okay. The volume of phone calls has been quite a lot for our system, and we have had some struggles there, but we're hopeful we're getting that taken care of soon too. We want to help as many people as quickly as possible, so that's really our goal, to get that help out quickly.
Also from Workforce Services, Ty Stockton, you with us?
I am.
I just wanted to ask about the wave that's possibly going to come in the other direction, because first you had a wave of people coming your way that were filing for unemployment. Hopefully, when things get going again, that wave goes in the other direction, because some employers are going to be looking for people. People might not be able to go back to their same job. They'll be looking for other jobs, perhaps. So how do you handle the wave as it goes back out in the other direction?
That's a good question, Mr. Woods. The bulk of the people, I think, will be going back to their original jobs. Hopefully, one of the stipulations with the unemployment insurance is that you need to be looking for work. However, under the CARES Act programs, many of those programs they allow you to waive the work search requirement if you're job attached. So if you're going back to work for the same employer, you don't have to keep looking for work. And that's where most of the people who are filing under the pandemic unemployment assistance are going to be coming from. They're going to be going back to the same employer. So they'll be heading back. There will be a lot of people, though, I'm sure, who are looking for new jobs, and there are people right now who are looking for new jobs. There are a lot of, as Holly pointed out, there are a lot of jobs that are hiring right now. So it's definitely it's not going to slow down for us any when this all recedes, and that's that'll be a good thing, having people head back to work. Our Wyoming at Work program that we use to help link people with employers and employers with employees does a really good job of trying to match people to their skills and keep people here in Wyoming. It's it's Wyoming specific, so it's people in Wyoming who are looking for a job in Wyoming, and businesses in Wyoming who are looking for folks to work those Wyoming jobs.
And regarding that program, Mr. Stockton, I'm sure you've seen an uptick in the number of folks who would like to take advantage of that. Do you know offhand about how many people have received assistance through that in the last several weeks?
Oh, I do not have that information. I apologize. But as you said, I do know that it actually is. It has increased. One of the things that we do with the unemployment program is that we help people get hooked up on that. We get them signed in on the Wyoming at Work system. So they create a profile and put their information in, so that if somebody's looking for an employee, it pulls up their information, and they may actually even get a call from an employer, even if they're not looking for employment, just based on their skills. And
real quick, what you mentioned there are a number of businesses that are hiring right now. What type of work is that, generally speaking?
As Holly said, there's the grocery stores are hiring right now. There's quite a few places that are looking for folks to do telework in all sorts of different areas. The telework side of things has really picked up with this. It used to be fairly rare, but now it's becoming a lot more common. And as this, pandemic, as it goes away, I think we're going to see a lot more businesses with a lot more people working for them remotely.
All right. Wyoming Department of Workforce Services, I appreciate the both of you coming on this morning. Thank you for your information.
Thank you both very much. Appreciate it.